It is 3rd May 2020 and the topic of the Avyakt Murli by God Shiva is the confluence age, the age to accumulate. As the name of the Murli, topic of the Murli itself indicates, the confluence age is number 1 and the number 2 is the age to accumulate. The confluence age, the importance of the time. To accumulate, the importance of accumulation. As the importance of the time is to be taken in consideration, time is confluence age, its importance, number 1. And second is accumulation is of what? Accumulation is of what? Accumulation of elevated account. Accumulation of elevated account of elevated actions, elevated knowledge, elevated relationships, elevated powers and elevated virtues. And this account is the elevated account of accumulation. And this elevated account is to be accumulated only in the confluence age. This is the importance of the confluence age. The importance of this time further is confluence age is only at this time you can accumulate this elevated account as much as you can. No bar, no freedom. No bar, there is total freedom. No kind of bar is there. You can accumulate as much as elevated account as you wish. This account is imperishable account, continues birth after birth in the future. Secondly, it is only at this time when becoming self-sovereign, you can prepare a living model. By becoming self-sovereign, you can become a living model of one who has a right to the kingdom of the world. To be a self-sovereign means the master of oneself. That is, to be the king of all your physical organs like eyes, ears, mouth, hands and feet, which are your subjects. These are the subjects. The sanskars of becoming masters of the self over a long period of time will enable you to have a right to the kingdom of the world over a long period of time. Those who become masters of the self for a short period of time will become the ones who have a right to the kingdom of the world for a short time. So, the elevated account of accumulation and sanskars of becoming self-sovereign at this time of the confluence age determine your right to the kingdom of the world in future birth, that is in golden age, for birth after birth, that is for 21 future births. Now we see how the Godfather Shiva speaks these words to his sweet children. And the beginning of the Murli is, today Trikaldarshi Bab Dada, the God Shiva, the one who knows all the 3 aspects of time of all the children. All the 3 aspects of the time of all the children are known to God Shiva. That is why he is called Trikaldarshi. He is seeing the accounts of accumulation of all the children. Account of accumulation have already been discussed before. Further it will be elaborated. You all know that throughout the whole cycle, the only time to accumulate an elevated account is at this confluence age. This is the importance of the confluence age. Only at this confluence age you can accumulate an elevated account. It is a short age and a short life. The life of this confluence age is very short. However, the specialty of this age and the life is that anyone can accumulate as much as he or she wants at this time. The specialty of this confluence age is that one can accumulate this elevated account as much as one wishes. According to the elevated account of this time, you attain the status of being worthy of worship. You just see, on the basis of this elevated account, you will gain the status of being worthy of worship. And then from being worthy of worship, you will become worshipper. Just see the importance and the significance of this elevated account you are to accumulate in this confluence age, is that on the basis of this, you will be able to gain the status of being worthy of worship. Then after becoming worthy of worship, you will become worshipper also. This is the importance of the accumulation of the elevated account in this confluence age. It is only at this time that you can accumulate an elevated account of the elevated actions. Now the elevated account, what elevated account? Account of elevated actions, elevated knowledge, elevated relationships, elevated powers, and elevated virtues. All these combined will give rise you to the accumulated account. So your elevated actions, your elevated knowledge, your elevated relationship, elevated powers, and elevated virtues make your elevated account of accumulation. From the copper age onward, there is temporary account of devotion, in which you do something and you immediately receive the fruit of that, and then it finished. In the copper age, there is also an account, but that account is very temporary. You do something, immediately you get the fruit, and thereafter the fruit is eaten away, it is finished. The account of devotion is temporary for a period, because you earn it, then you immediately use it. The time to accumulate in your imperishable account, so that it continues for birth after birth, is now. In this confluence age, you can only accumulate, so that it continues birth after birth from now. This is why this elevated account is called the most auspicious age. This elevated time is called the most auspicious age and the age of charity. It is called the age of God's incarnation. It is only at this auspicious age of confluence age, auspicious confluence age, God's incarnate. This is also the specialty of the confluence age, that God's incarnation takes place in the confluence age. God Shiva is incarnate at this elevated, auspicious confluence age. This is remembered as the age in which you receive powers directly from the Father. It is only in this confluence age the powers are directly given by God Shiva to his children. So it is the most important time. It is in this age that the Father plays the part of being the bestower of fortune and the bestower of blessings. Two parts are being played by the Godfather Shiva, bestower of the Father, for bestower of fortune and the bestower of blessings. Bestower of fortune is also God Father Shiva, and bestower of blessings is also God Father Shiva. That is why this age is called the age of blessings, age of blessings. In this age, because of love, the Father becomes the innocent treasurer. In this age, because of love for the children, because of love of the Godfather for his children, God Shiva becomes innocent terror, and he gives you multi-millions in return for one. For one he gives you multi-million in return. It is only at this time that you receive a special fortune of accumulating multi-millions in return for one. For one, multi-million is accumulated in this account, because Godfather Shiva becomes innocent treasurer. In other words, there are the accounts of, in other ages, the difference between this confluence age and the other ages is that there are the accounts of receiving as much as you do or give. There is a difference, because at this time the Father becomes the instrument to enable you to attain directly, both in the form of an inheritance and also blessings. From devotion, you receive the fruit of your faith and devotion. You just see, in devotion, you receive the fruit of your faith and devotion. Whereas here you receive the fruit of inheritance and blessings. fruit of inheritance and blessings you receive in the Gyan, in this knowledge in the confluence age. From devotion you receive the fruit of your faith and devotion, whereas here you receive the fruit of the inheritance and blessings. Therefore, do you continue to take every step while being Trikaldarshi, knowing the importance of this time, knowing the attainments and knowing the account of accumulation? Do you know how elevated even 1 second of this time is compared with the ordinary time? You just see the importance of this time is that even 1 second of this elevated confluence age is if we compare with the ordinary time, this is very elevated second. Do you know very well the account of how much you can earn in a second and how much you lose in a second? Or is it that you earn something and lose something in an ordinary way? You are not just wasting your invaluable time, are you? You have become Brahma Kumar and Kumaris, but have you claimed a right to the imperishable inheritance and special blessings? Baba just wants to ask to the children, he is asking to the children, you have become Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, you have become Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, but have you claimed a right to the imperishable inheritance and special blessings? Have you claimed a right to the imperishable inheritance and the special blessings? Those who have a right at this time claim a right for birth after birth. The importance of the right at this time is those who claim the right at this time can claim only the right for birth after birth. At this time, a soul who remains dependent on any type of the nature, at this time, a soul who remains dependent on any type of nature, sanskar or relationships, becomes one who has a right to the status of a subject instead of having a right to the kingdom for birth after birth. Just see, this is very important. At this time, a soul who remains dependent on any type of nature, sanskar or relationships becomes one who has a right to the status of a subject, instead of getting a status of the kingdom for birth after birth. Dependent souls gets the right of a subject, and whereas those who are not dependent get a right to the kingdom for birth after birth. In this confluence age, such a soul does not have a right to the kingdom. Such a soul does not have a right to the kingdom, but becomes one who has a right to the status of a subject. Status of a subject. Such a soul gains. Does not gain a status of the right to the kingdom. You have come here to become Raj Yogis. Baba is asking to the children, you have come here to become Raj Yogis. Those who have a right to a kingdom. Those who have a right to the kingdom. However, instead of that, because of the sanskars of being dependent are injurious. So you just see, they will give you only the status of a subject. Being dependent make you subject only in Satyuga. Even though you are the children of the bestower of fortune, you are not able to claim a right to the kingdom. Right to the kingdom only you gain when you become self-sovereign. When you become self-sovereign, then you are able to claim the right to the kingdom. Otherwise, you will become subject in the future birth. Therefore, always check to what extent you have become one who has a right over the self. So the right over the self has the importance. Those who have the right over the self becomes the ruler of the kingdom. How can someone who has not been able to attain a right over the self be able to claim the kingdom of the world? So you just see, the kingdom of the world is gained only by having a right over the self. Those who have the right over the self are able to claim the kingdom of the world. So kingdom of the world becoming kingdom of the world is dependent upon the becoming self-sovereign. It is by becoming a self-sovereign at this time. It is by, underline, it is by becoming self-sovereign at this time that you can prepare a living model of one who has a right to the kingdom of the world. When you invent something, you first prepare a model of it, don't you? Therefore, first of all, look at this model. So, the importance is that by becoming self-sovereign, you can claim the right of the right to the kingdom of the world. In the next para, again self-sovereignty is cleared by God Shiva to his children. To be a self-sovereign, the master of the oneself, means to be the king of all your physical organs. Who is self-sovereign? It is defined here. Who is self-sovereign? The king of all the physical organs, which are called subjects. To be a self-sovereign, the master of oneself means to be the king of all your physical organs. Physical organs lies like eyes, ears, mouth, hands, feet. These are the subjects of the king, soul. Soul is the king and physical organs are his subjects. If the soul has the rule over these physical organs, then it is called self-sovereign. Then this soul becomes the ruler of, then this self-sovereign soul becomes the king of the world. You can know this, can you not? If the subjects are ruling over the soul, you can't be a king. In the rule of the subjects, the dynasty of the king ends. If any one of the physical organ is deceiving you, you can't be called a master of the self. Never think that there are always one or two weaknesses and that you are going to become perfect by the end. Even one weakness over a long period of time can deceive you at a critical time. The sanskars of being dependent over a long period of time will not allow you to become one with the right. Therefore, to be one with the right means to have right over the self. To be one with the right means to have a right over the self. Don't be deceived under the impression that you will become perfect by the end. The sanskar of having a right over the self over a long period of time will enable you to have a right to the world over a long period of time. I repeat now, the sanskar of having a right over the self over a long period of time will enable you to have a right to the world over a long period of time. Those who become the masters of the self for a short time will become ones who have a right to the kingdom of the world for a short time. You just see, both these are very important. Right to the world, how the right to the world is obtained. Greater the right over the self, greater the right over the kingdom of the world. Smaller the masters of the self, smaller the right over the kingdom of the world. The sanskars who have a right over the self over a long period of time will enable you to have a right to the world over a long period of time. Those who become masters of the self for a short time will become ones who have a right to the kingdom of the world for a short time. Those who are seated on the Father's heart throne, according to the Father's order of becoming equal to the Father, are the ones who claim a right to the throne of the kingdom. To become equal to the Father means to be seated on the Father's heart throne. Just as the Father Brahma became perfect and equal, so you too have become perfect and equal. Claim a right to the throne of the kingdom. Don't attain anything less in terms of right to the inheritance and blessings due to any type of carelessness. God Shiva advised his children, don't attain anything less in terms of your right to the inheritance and right to the blessings due to any type of the carelessness. Therefore, check your account of accumulation. The importance of the account of accumulation, you just see the importance of the accumulation, importance of the account of accumulation on which your future birth depends. The new year just has begun. Check your account of the past and accumulate in your new account with the help of this time and Father's blessing. Don't create an account in which you earn and use it immediately. At Amrit Vela, you have yoga and you accumulate. During class time, you study and you accumulate. Then throughout the day, under the influence of circumstances and situations, under the influence of an attack from Maya or under the influence of your own sanskars, you use it up in becoming victorious while battling. So what was the result? You earned and you consumed it. So what was accumulated? Therefore, always check your account of accumulation and continue to increase it. Baba advises the children, check your account of accumulation and continue to increase it. Similarly, in your chart too, don't just put a tick. Did you attend class? Yes. Did you have yoga? Yes. However, was your yoga as powerful? Was your yoga as powerful as it's supposed to be according to the time? Did you pass your time well? You enjoyed yourself a lot and you created something for the present. But together with the present, did you also accumulate something? Did you have a powerful experience? Did you have a powerful experience? Do you not check whether you are moving along? Whenever you ask anyone how they are moving along, they say that they are moving very well. However, check with what speed you are moving along. Are you moving at snail's pace or at the speed of a rocket? This year, check your speed and the percentage in becoming powerful in everything. This year, check your speed and the percentage in becoming powerful in everything. To what percent are you accumulating? If it were 5 rupees, you would say you had accumulated. If it were rupees 500, you would say also you had accumulated. In both cases, you would say accumulated. So, you accumulated. But how much did you accumulate? Do you understand what you have to do? You are moving toward the Golden Jubilee. You just see, this is the year of the Golden Jubilee in 1986 or 1985. Since the beginning of Rudra Gyan Yagya. That is why Baba is repeating, you are moving toward the Golden Jubilee. The whole year is the year of the Golden Jubilee. Is it not? So check whether you are a golden aged. Golden aged means Sato Pradhan. That is whether you have a Sato Pradhan stage in every respect. Or are you Sato, which is the silver stage. Your effort also has to be Sato Pradhan golden aged. Your service too should be golden aged. Let there not be slightest alloy of old sanskars. There should not be slightest alloy of old sanskars. It should not even be like nowadays where they make silver gold plated. Externally it looks gold, but what is inside? It would be said to be mixed, would it not? So don't mix the alloy of arrogance and disrespect in service. In service, never mix alloy of arrogance and disrespect. This is then called golden aged service. There should not even be in your nature any feelings of jealousy, stubbornness, or trying to prove yourself right. There should not be in your nature any feeling of jealousy, stubbornness, or trying to prove yourself right. This is alloy. Finish that alloy and become those with golden aged nature. Golden aged nature, you are to make your nature golden aged. You are to do service golden aged. Because the golden aged year is going on, you have to mold yourself according to the time and service. You just see, this is how to adjust. Baba is advising how to adjust according to the time and service. You have to mold yourself according to the time and service. That is, you have to become real gold. Baba is advising to the children, become real gold by molding yourself according to the time and service. I have to mold myself. If you think that you will mold yourself when others, mold themselves, this is being stubborn. That is not real gold. Finish that alloy and become golden aged. In your relationship, now there is relationship. Let there always be good wishes and feelings of benevolence for everyone. In relationship, there should always be a feelings of good wishes and pure feelings. Let there be feelings of love and cooperation between the relationships. No matter what type of motive or nature someone has, let your feelings always be elevated. No matter what type of nature someone has, but you children must have the feelings of elevation. To bring about self-transformation in all of these things is to celebrate the golden jubilee. To burn the alloy means to celebrate the golden jubilee. To burn the alloy means to celebrate the golden jubilee. Do you understand? Begin the new year with golden age stage. This is easy, is it not? At this time of hearing this, all of you understand that you have to do this. But when any problem comes in front of you, you think that it is something very difficult. The time when there is problem is the time to show your authority as the master of yourself. Important. The time when there is any problem is the time to show your authority as the master of yourself. It is only at this time of an attack that you have to be victorious. It's only at this time of attack that you have to be victorious. It is only at this time of examination that you have to claim number one. Don't become an embodiment of problems, but become an embodiment of solution. Important. Don't become an embodiment of problems, but become an embodiment of solution. Don't become an embodiment of problems, but become embodiment of solution. Do you understand what you have to do this year? Only then will the completion of the golden jubilee be called the golden jubilee of becoming complete. What other newness will you bring? All the children thoughts reach God Shiva, Bap Dada. What newness will you bring about in the programs? You have selected the topic of having golden thoughts. The topic of the golden thoughts Baba is advising to the children for the program. Have you not? Golden thoughts and golden ideas that you make you into gold and bring about the age of gold. Golden thoughts and golden ideas make you gold and bring about the age of gold. This is the topic you have selected. Baba will tell you about that another time. Acha. Now the Godfather Shiva gives love and remembrance to his sweet children. We see how he extends his love and remembrance to his sweet children is to all the fortunate souls. To all the fortunate souls who have double right to the inheritance and blessings. To the elevated souls who are constant masters of the self. To the real gold children who always stabilize themselves in the golden age stage. To the special souls who with their deep love for transformation make progress for the world transformation. God, Shiva's love, remembrance and namaste. Bap Dada's love, remembrance and namaste. In this way, God Shiva extends his love, remembrance and namaste to his sweet children, the most fortunate souls of this world. After that, when God Shiva interacted with the doctors in the meeting, God Shiva asked the doctors in the meeting this question. Are you engaged in the service of making all the souls constantly happy with your elevated zeal and enthusiasm? Are you engaged in the service of making all souls constantly happy with your elevated zeal and enthusiasm? The special duty of the doctor is to give every soul happiness. You just see God Shiva is reminding to the doctors, rather advising to the doctors that their special duty is to give every soul happiness. The first medicine he has advised to the doctors to advise to his patients. The first medicine God Shiva advised to the doctors to prescribe to their patients is happiness. Happiness finishes half the illness. So the spiritual doctors means those who give the medicine of happiness. The doctor, God Shiva called these doctors as the spiritual doctors. And the meaning of the spiritual doctors is who give the medicine of happiness. So you are such doctors, are you not? If a soul experiences the sparkle of happiness even once, if a soul experiences the sparkle of happiness even once, then the soul will constantly continue to fly with the sparkle of happiness. So you are the doctors who make everyone double light and make them fly. Are you not? The doctors make them get out of the bed. They are, those doctors make them get out of the bed. They are able to make patients who are bedridden get out of the bed and make them walk. You take them away from the old world and make them sit in the new world. After that, God Shiva advised these doctors that further he advised that work with the fastest means of service is to do service with the powerful thoughts. Let there be powerful thoughts, words and deeds in their profession with the patients, so that the patients are compelled to say, these are the spiritual doctors, and they will only make them healthy for the all time to come. In this way, God Shiva advised the doctors to provide happiness, to give happiness to his children with the medicine of happiness, make his patients healthy and healthy for all the time. And while speaking to the groups, Godfather asked what would be the signs of those who have been victorious many times. Those who have been victorious every time, many times, would feel everything is very easy and light. Those who are not victorious for cycle after cycle would find even a easy task difficult. They would not find it easy. Then the meaning of the double light, Baba told to the children, double light souls constantly and easily experience the flying stage. Whenever any situation arises, remember that you are double light. To become children means you become light. To become children means you become light. You can't carry any burden. Acha. Thereafter, in the end of the Murli, Baba give blessings to his fortunate children, the most fortunate children. Baba give his blessings, and the blessing is very practical blessing God has bestowed upon the fortunate children, most fortunate children. May you be a master bestower. May you be a master bestower and experience the stage of having pure and positive thoughts for yourself and others, like Father Brahma. I repeat, may you be a master bestower and experience the stage of having pure and positive thoughts for yourself and others, like Father Brahma. So the blessing is that may you be a master bestower like Father Brahma. May you be a master bestower like Brahma and experience the stage of having pure and positive thoughts for yourself and others. Now, next Baba explains how to become a master bestower and thereafter become successful by adopting this process. In order to become a master bestower, now the Godfather Shiva explains how to become the master bestower like Father Brahma. In order to become a master bestower like Father Brahma, remain free from three things. In order to become a master bestower like Father Brahma, remain free from three things. Number 1, jealousy. Number 2, hate. Number 3, being critical. Godfather Shiva advises his most fortunate children to become master bestower. They will have to keep themselves away from jealousy, hate and being critical, and have pure and positive thoughts for all. And experience the stage of having only pure and positive thoughts. This is because those who have the fire of jealousy, you just see what is the result of the jealousy. This is because those who have the fire of jealousy in them burn themselves and also cause distress for others. Those who are jealous of the others, they burn themselves also and cause distress for other souls also. Rather, they are a disease for the society. Those who have dislike fall, those who have dislike, those who have hate, those who have hatred for others, they fall and also make others fall. And those who even jokingly criticize others make others lose courage and make them unhappy. Therefore, remain free from all these three things and experience the stage of having pure and positive thoughts and become a master of bestower, a child of the bestower. Just see in the blessings how God Shiva explains to his most fortunate children to be master bestower by keeping themselves away from jealousy, hatred and being critical. Because jealousy, hatred and critical will never allow them to become master bestower, and they will never experience the stage of pure and positive thoughts for all. So they should remain away, they should keep themselves away from jealousy, hatred and being critical in order to be master bestower like Brahma Father. Then there is slogan at the end of this Murli. Slogan is also very important, that was relating to the main part of the Murli. Those who have total sovereignty over their minds, intellects and sanskars are the masters of the self-sovereigns. Those who have total sovereignty over their minds means those souls who are ruling over their minds, intellects and sanskars. They are the masters of the self and self-sovereign. Only the self-sovereign become the ruler of the world. This means those who are dependent, those who remain under, those who don't have the sovereignty over their minds, intellects and sanskar, they become subjects, not the rulers of the world. So the Baba advises his children, Baba preaches his children, be self-sovereign in order to become the ruler of the world. This is the slogan. And in the end, have an experience of peace by listening to these songs. ओम शांति, ओम शांति। शुक्रिया बाबा, आप सुनने वाले सब भाई बहनों का भी शुक्रिया।